Good morning, children. This is class 8 physics class. The same book reference, that is Concise Physics, chapter 1, that is matter. We were already on to the topic of states of matter. We have already done that part, but now it is the interchange of states of matter. I begin from this topic. It is in the same chapter, book reference, that is Concise Physics. Go with from page number 6 onwards. Page number 6 onwards, I am on. Here I have drawn one change of states of matter in a diagrammatic form. It's easy to understand, though it's there in your textbook also on page number 7, little differently, but here also the same thing is done little different way. Whichever way is convenient to you, you can. Just at a glance in the diagrammatic picture, you find the states of matter and its interchange. Interchange of states of matter is completely a thermal phenomenon. That means it is totally related with heat energy. It is totally related with heat energy, so it is a thermal phenomenon. In this you find we have got 3 states of matter with their molecular structures. We know well that solid molecules are very close and compact, and they have got very, very high force of attraction among the molecules and very, very less intermolecular spaces. They have got very less kinetic energy in them, so they are not moving around. They have got the movement within the intermolecular space only by the vibratory motion. That much we know. Similarly, the solid, what I was talking, the liquid was just in the opposite way. It has got more intermolecular space, less intermolecular force. They can move around the boundaries only because of their movement. They do get space within, so they can move within the spaces, so they can flow. They take the shape of the container also because they don't have definite volume as such, because they never cross their boundary. That is important. And they have got much more amount of kinetic energy present in their molecules. Third, there is a gaseous state, which is the lightest one ever. We say that the molecules are very, very less in compactness. They are very much separate from each other. Rather, they have got very, very small intermolecular forces of attraction and very high intermolecular spaces. And hence, they have a very high kinetic energy, so they are free to move at any direction at any time. So they hardly possess any definite shape and definite volume as such. They have got very least force of attraction among the molecules, so they can fly off from one place to another. That much we know. Now, their interchange, how solid substance is changed to liquid substance, liquid form. A solid molecule, when get the energy as heat energy from any source, from outside sources. What happens there? That the molecules of the solid body, they receive, that means they add or they absorb the heat energy. They absorb the heat energy. And on absorptions, what they do, they increase the kinetic energy of the particles. As such, the kinetic energy of the particles increasing, their motion, the speed, their rate of vibrations increase. Because of this increase of vibrations and rate of movement, they have got tendency to move slowly into the spaces they can make for their easy movement. So gradually they keep on increasing the intermolecular spaces. And as the intermolecular spaces go as such in moving the molecules attain the tendency of flowing tendency. As a result, the solid body become liquid and the molecules of the solid start flowing within the spaces. They increase their intermolecular space as such because of the increase of kinetic energy. In due course of this motion of, or movement of the molecules, they increase kinetic energy up to certain limit. As the certain limit, depending on the nature of the molecule or nature of the substance, as they attained that limit, they cannot further increase their temperature. The moment the temperature is stopped, they start changing their state from solid to the liquid form. It is because of the energy what is given after that, or any other amount of energy is added to it, that energy is used to break the intermolecular force of attraction within the limit of the solid body. So that energy, extra energy, which is being added as the kinetic energy, they never increase the kinetic energy, they never increase the temperature, but the temperature goes constant, and that extra energy is used to increase the intermolecular space by decreasing the intermolecular force. As such, solid substance become liquid, but that takes place at a constant temperature, which is called the melting point. And the process as such is called melting. Just you see, the arrow, half arrow shows there, rightward, upside. It is called addition, or here it is written, addition or absorption of heat. Solid body changes to the liquid form. It is also called fusion. Other name, it is the fusion. The molecules also get fused together to form the liquid form. Reverse process, that is the opposite process. That is when a liquid is cooled, rather you say heat is removed, or the liquid substance rejects the heat energy. It doesn't accept, it does rejects the heat energy. That time what happens? The molecules which were far off from each other, which were flowing condition, they start coming closer and closer and closer by decreasing their kinetic energy. And in doing so, as they decrease the kinetic energy, they come up to that level when the kinetic energy becomes too low for them to be any more movement, further movement, and they start getting closer and closer and closer, and a time comes when they get stuck together, the molecules, leaving the smallest intermolecular spaces and gaining the intermolecular force of attraction, because it depends upon the distance between the particles. It depends upon the distance between the particles. So it's in order of a nanometer, that is 10 to the power minus 9 meter distance. So that way, as they acquire the distance within that, they start getting clustered, they start getting clotted, they start getting fused, or they start getting coming closer to each other. That's why the decrease of kinetic energy will take place. And that time, the freezing or solidification will take place. That means the liquid is frozen to the solid state, and that time again, the temperature goes constant. Just because the positive way we say as it happens in the melting, the temperature goes constant at that particular temperature where it's frozen to the solid form as it is fixed temperature. For say, ice is frozen at 0 degrees Celsius from its state of water, whereas ice melts also at 0 degrees Celsius to the liquid, that is water form. Until the total liquid is frozen to the solid form, or the total solid is melt to the liquid form, temperature remain constant. That temperature is called the melting point in case of solid changing to the liquid state, and the same temperature it attains at the time when liquid is frozen to the solid state. Different substances have got this melting point differently. Ice, if it is given the pressure on it, on ice, decreases the freezing point. That means it is frozen at much lower temperature than that. But other cases, as the pressure increases, the melting point also increases. Here the other one. Liquid is formed from the state of solid to the liquid form. Then if it is changing to the gaseous state, again it is the thermal condition. Again it is a thermal process in which what happens? The liquid gets up. It receives, it absorbs the heat energy. And as the liquid getting heat energy, the liquid getting warm, liquid started getting rising its temperature as the kinetic energy keeps on increasing. At that level, the kinetic energy increasing from the liquid state, and as such, the temperature rises. By doing so, it attains at certain time, then the liquid particles get separated out so much that they cross the barrier of their minimum distance to create the intermolecular force of attractions, and that time their tendency is there to leave the surface also. They become so highly energetic. They become so highly energetic because kinetic energy also keep on increasing as such. So on increasing the kinetic energy from liquid particles, they start evaporating that time, or the vaporization takes place. And the temperature, if further it is hotness is given to it, temperature doesn't rise. Why? The extra hotness what it is given, the extra hotness whatever it is given, that extra hotness is being used to increase the intermolecular space, and also by decreasing the intermolecular force of attractions. So extra energy whatsoever it is given to them, that is used for work done. That's why temperature goes constant. And on further doing so and start boiling again, its temperature will increase, and that thing will go on the later stage, that kinetic energy will further increase and again reaches up to the boiling temperature or boiling point. That is a different phenomenon. At this moment, the melting, and then it is coming that evaporation. The process of changing the liquid to the vapor state at constant temperature, it is a slow process. It can take place at any temperature. It may be a slow process because evaporation may be a slow process. It can leave the surface of liquids and become vapor state or gaseous state. If it is a vigorous and high process, means if the liquid is heated very vigorously, violently, the molecules also start bouncing up very violently, and as such, it happens that the liquid particles become very, very highly energetic and start sending off the vapor at again constant temperature. Vaporization temperature is constant. Again, another temperature is obtained where the temperature becomes constant, but in case of evaporation, the process is on. It can take place at any temperature as such, so there is no fixed temperature for evaporation. So little water is spread on the saucer in a table. After an hour, you see that some of the water is already evaporated. That is a common process of evaporation which can even take place at room temperature or at any temperature. But vaporization takes place at a definite temperature, and the vaporization point is a fixed temperature at which the kinetic energy becomes high and the temperature goes constant because it increases the time the intermolecular space and decreases the intermolecular force of attraction as such. Opposite process from gaseous to the liquid form, again the reverse process on when the heat is rejected. When the heat is rejected, when the heat is not absorbed, heat is rather removed from the gaseous state. Means high kinetic energy, molecules start decreasing it to the low kinetic energy form, and a time reaches when the gaseous substances can become good enough to be a liquid state, and that is also a slow process that is called condensation. And condensation in which the heat is removed and kinetic energy of the particle decreases, as such it becomes the liquid form. So that is condensation. It is very common that if the evaporation taking place at some place, some water is being boiled and some heat, some vapor is coming out, if on top of that, if we keep our hand, our palm open in front of it, on top of it, after some time we find that our hand becomes so wet. This wetness is because of the difference in temperature, because the water which is coming out in boiling state at 100 degrees Celsius, our body temperature being 37 degrees Celsius, so there is definitely a change of temperature which actually decreases the kinetic energy of the vapor particles, and it changes to be in the liquid form, and that's why it forms the vapor state. That is a vapor state to liquid state, that is condensation. That is a condensation, a slow process of changing the vapor to the liquid state. And liquefaction is something different. It happens to be not in the vapors or things, it is in the gases, which is just now, it is not to be discussed at this point because it is also a pressure phenomenon as such. Liquids are also under high compressions, liquid molecules can be, vapor or gaseous molecules can be changed to the liquid state at a very, very high compressive force, at a very high compression. So condensation is the process which is a thermal phenomenon. And finally we see solid changes to gaseous state. There are some substances, some specific substances rather, which are very handful in number, of course. That is, solid substances changes to the gaseous form. Not the gas, but in gaseous form. That means a solid substance when be heated, it is expected that that has to be melt first, and on further heating that is to be in the vapor state, which normally we see that. But there are some specific kinds of substances which just deviate from this law, from this view that solid substances when heated directly, they can directly change to the gaseous form. Means particles of the solid body acquire or get the heat energy in such a way that immediately they overcome the state of liquid. They simply overcome the state of liquid. Directly they jump to the gaseous state because their kinetic energy shoots up very high. Their kinetic energy from a low state, it shoots up abruptly very high state. So liquid formation is not done normally if it is directly heated. It can be liquefied if it is indirect heat is being given to it. If it is under water or sand bath, it can also be melt. But here the substances, solid substance to the gaseous form directly on heating, and reverse way if the gaseous substances as such which is obtained from the solid substances directly, if in reverse process it is cooled, that means heat is rejected or removed from the gaseous state as such, that will directly change to the solid form as such. So that is called a deposition. So sublimation is the process of changing the solid substances directly to the gaseous substances on direct heating, and on direct cooling process, thus gaseous substances as such which is obtained from the solid state, it comes back to the solid form again by increasing its intermolecular force of attractions and decreasing the kinetic energy, they become solid directly. Such substances are called volatile solids. Their special names are, they are volatile solids. They have this specific idea that heated up and it is changing. Like camphor, a white solid substance, which gives a good aroma, good smell on burning also. Even if it's thrown in the drinking water, the drinking water gets a good smell. It is a camphor. Then comes a naphthalene. Naphthalene, sometimes in normal colloquial terms, we call it the phenyl balls. So they are not phenyl balls as such, but